If I tell you that you can easily make passive income from investing in treasury bills, would you believe it? Yes, it's happening, and majority of Kenyans out here, people who are aware, people who have knowledge in investment, are making it big. There are people who are surviving only on interest from their investments. And so today I'm here to share with you, if you are just starting investing, or you don't have a lot of knowledge when it comes to where to invest your money, where you can get the best rates. Today I'm going to share with you how to go about with investing in treasury bills. I've talked about bonds before, but today I'm going to concentrate mainly on treasury bills, since that's the question I'm getting a lot from my followers. And majority only understand money market funds. And you see, investment is wide, so you need to have that financial knowledge so that you make the right decision and you grow your money. So welcome back. My name is Sheila, and we'll get right down. And I'm sure by the end of this video, you're going to learn and you're going to know how you can easily invest in government bonds or government treasury bills and start growing your money. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and let's get right into the video. So you might be having, let's say, 100,000 or more, or maybe you can access some money and you'd want to know how you can grow it. Then I can tell you for sure the best place where you can currently invest, because most of the investments, even the money market funds, the rates are very low. So there are different kind of, you can decide to choose a treasury bill of 91 days. You can choose the one for 182 days and also the one for 364 days. So it depends with your goal. If you're looking into investing in short term with the government, treasury bills is the best option. Bonds, on the other side, is the long-term investment with the government. There are those infrastructure bonds I've talked about before. You can revisit my video on how to invest in treasury bonds. Those are long-term investments. They range between 10, 15, even up to 30 years. So those are two different kind of investments. So today I'll concentrate on treasury bills, because I think that's where most people don't understand. People still get mixed up between treasury bills and bonds. So you need to understand the only difference is the period. How long are you looking into investing? Are you looking into investing for a short period of time, or is it for long term? So both of them have disadvantages and advantages. And so let's just get down to treasury bills. And these are basically short-term government securities, whereby sometimes government borrow from the public. And now you as the investor, with your 100, with your 200,000, you can loan the government. And that's where now you're buying the bill. When you're investing in treasury bills, you buy bills based on the duration. You can buy a 91 period bill, you can buy an 182 period bill, or you can buy 364 days bill. So that's like a year. And the beauty of investing in treasury bills is the fact that the government offers a bit high rate of return compared to other investments, let's say money market funds. With money market funds, it's a mix of investments, and that's why the rate cannot be as high as the government treasury bills or treasury bonds. So if you want to invest directly as an individual, you want to invest in treasury bills, there are things that you need to consider first. What you need to know is that treasury bills, they are sold at a discount, whereby investors will determine the face value they would like to purchase. So based on how much you are investing, now you'll be given a rate depending with what value you are buying. If you're choosing the 364 days with the face value of 100,000, roughly the interest rate that the government will give you is 10%. So other than 10%, it will mean, since you're buying at a discount, you won't give the government 100,000 at the beginning. You're going to give the government 100,000 minus the interest. So that is basically, you'll give around 90,000. So that is the face value. The face value is 100,000, but what you're actually investing is 90,000. So that means you'd only pay 90,000 after 364 days, you would receive 100,000. So you pay 90,000 when you're starting, and then you wait. After the maturity date, which is 364 days, you're going to receive 100,000. You're 100,000. So it doesn't mean if you're buying the face value of 100,000, you're going to get 100,000 and 10,000 on top, or 100,000 and so you'll get the face value that you purchased. And there's withholding tax again applied to that. So the discount earned on treasury bills is charged withholding tax of 15%. Just like any other investment, there's always a tax on it, and unless there are those long-term infrastructure bonds which are exempted from tax. So if you want to enjoy tax-free investment, you invest in the long-term ones, the infrastructure bonds. So interest and discount on treasury bills with a tenure of 10 years are charged withholding tax of 15%, while discount and interest on treasury bonds with the tenure of 10 years or more, they are charged at 10%. So you save on taxes if you're investing long term. That's another advantage. So under infrastructure bonds, as I said, you're exempted from the withholding tax. So before you invest in treasury bills, note that down. If you're thinking short term, you'll have to be taxed, and if you're investing long term, you're exempted from tax. So for you to invest in treasury bonds, as long as you're a Kenyan citizen, even though you can still invest as a foreigner. So if you're a Kenyan citizen, you need to have a bank account with the Kenya Commercial Bank. Then, whether you live in the country or not, because we have diaspora investors, you can still invest in treasury bills even though you are not in Kenya. If you're in diaspora, the important thing is to have a bank account with the Kenya Commercial Bank, or you can still invest through your bank as a client account. We have something called client account that is if you don't want to invest directly through the central bank. So as you know, treasury bills are offered by the central bank, are managed by the Central Bank of Kenya on behalf of the National Treasury. So for you to invest in treasury bills, you need to have an account. You need to open a CDS account with the Central Bank of Kenya. So you can invest in government securities directly with the central bank by submitting a downloaded mandate form together with all the relevant attachments. So at first, you need to have a CDS account. I've talked about that before. It's the same way you invest in treasury bonds, the same way you invest in treasury bills, because you need to have a CDS account. So you can invest in government securities either directly with the central bank, or if you prefer, you can use a client account managed by your commercial bank. So if you have a commercial bank account and you don't want to go through that tedious process of going to the central bank, which is for sure it's really tedious, you really have to queue. It's not easy. But if you want to save your time, you can go through client account, but just know there are charges involved there. Definitely the bank will have some fees charged for them to invest on your behalf. You can invest through your commercial bank under the client account. There are two options, either directly through the central bank or use a client account. So this means that a commercial bank invests on your behalf. If you're using a client account, the commercial bank will be investing on your behalf. So you do not need to open a CDS account or submit any application form with the central bank. But if you're going directly through the central bank, you need to open a CDS account. So this is an account allocated to a customer. It's either individual or corporate. So if you're an individual, you just open, there's an application form you complete, and it's absolutely free. So no one should charge you to open an account. Then you're only required to submit a mandate card. It's the same as the treasury bonds. There's a mandate card that you need to submit, which usually is signed by your bank, your commercial bank, together with a copy of your ID or passport and a colored passport size photograph. So once you have the account, the next stage will be you decide how you want to invest. We'll go ahead and complete the application form for the treasury bills. So in these forms, you'll provide information like your name and contact information, your CDS and commercial bank account numbers, the issue number of the bond or bill, you'd like to invest in, and also the face value you'd like to invest. Let's say if it's 100,000, 200, so it depends with how much you have, but just know the minimum amount is 100,000. Then these forms need to be submitted by 2 p.m. on the auction days. So auctions are done every week, and so you have to submit at 2 p.m. on those auction days, which are either Wednesdays or Thursdays. So it's done either Wednesday or Thursday. So whichever day you, after signing, you need to submit at 2 p.m. Then you wait. So after submitting your forms, you wait for the auction results. This one you can either call the central bank office just to know whether you are successful and how much you need to pay for your bill. Then the next stage, after you've waited and maybe you've been confirmed you are successful, the next thing is the payment. So if you do not pay by the following Monday, you are likely to be barred from the next auction or from the future investment in the government security. So you don't just joke with the investment. If you're given opportunity, know when you're supposed to pay and make the payments very fast. Then from there, you don't have much to do. You just sit back and wait for the maturity. If your maturity was 91 days, wait for the 3 months, then the money will be sent back to your commercial bank account, that face value. If it's 182 days, that is in like 6 months, your money will be back. It will be sent back to your account. If it is 364 days, after a year, your money will be back in your bank account. So investing in the government, I think, is the best thing to do. But this is highly competitive. So if you happen to get that opportunity, don't waste it. So I think with this information, you can easily open a Treasury bill account. And this one specifically I've concentrated if you are going in it as an individual. If you're not using companies like corporates, let's say insurance companies, you're not using the CIC, you're not using the ICA, you're not using this. Where if you want to invest directly through the central bank, it's a bit hassle, but the returns are good if you're lucky to get. So the only downside of Treasury bills that I'd like you to note is that it doesn't mean when you apply, you are guaranteed that you will get it. There's a lot of competition. There are so many companies fighting for that little securities that the government floats every week. And these companies, let's say, they have a lot of capital. They have 20 million, they have so much money. So for a company to come with the 20 million and you come with your 100,000, chances are the 20 million guys are likely to take a big share. They're likely to be considered rather than someone who's an individual. So it's a matter of just trying. It's quite a hassle, and that's why people choose just to invest through companies like ICA, CIC. So if you're not able to invest through the central bank, reach out. Follow me on my Instagram, then you can reach out in my inbox. I can guide you on how you can invest either through mutual funds. You still get it's the same thing. The only difference is the rate will not be as high as if you do it directly with the central bank. And that's why that's the work I do. I guide people when it comes to investments. And if you're not able to do it alone through the central bank, or maybe you find it complicated, reach out to me. I can assist you. So I have my email on my profile on my YouTube. You can see my email there, or follow me on Instagram, then send me a message. If you need my assistance when it comes to opening or investing in Treasury bills and bonds, I can help you. I think that's what I had to share today, and I hope you've learned something. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And let me know if you've ever invested in government securities. I'll see you again in my next one. Bye bye for now.